If you've been dealing with body pain for a long time, whether it be knee, shoulder, back, you've probably dealt with consistent setbacks and it feels like you'll never be able to fix it. So in this video, I'll outline the best piece of advice I got for making sure these setbacks won't happen so you can heal fast and come back from injury stronger than before. When I was 16, I snapped my kneecap in half. Physios diagnosed it as a meniscus after studying it for 20 minutes. I wasted a year and a half of my life before I even got to the point where I was able to have knee surgery. And then for the 3 years after my knee surgery, I had these constant setbacks. When I thought I was making good progress, something would happen and it would completely reset all of what I've done. And that would make me feel hopeless. It'd feel like I'd never get out of this injury. I'd go 3 months, 6 months, or even a year where my knee felt amazing, my screws weren't coming out, no knee pain when running, when playing football. Then a few days after that high, I'd be back to what felt like square one. Screws coming out of my knee again, pain when walking down the stairs, or even just walking in general. And consistently waking up throughout the night with my knee being in pain and snapping back into place. God, just thinking about that now makes me cringe so much. And it's in these moments, in these lows, in these setbacks, that really make you question if all the work you've been putting in has been doing anything at all. Now, I'm not saying all progress is just a straight line up. It's got peaks, it's got troughs, but our goal is to minimize these peaks and troughs, make them smaller, and make the middle line a consistent path upwards, rather than making all this way up here, getting here, and then having another big injury which puts us back down to here, and then we have to restart that process again. So today I'm going to give you the best piece of advice I wish that I followed, because it would have saved me countless setbacks and months and even years of pain. And that best piece of advice is not to train through pain. If I had taken my time and not rushed through, not trained through pain, not trying to get to that goal immediately, I was so obsessed with getting strong and hitting certain numbers on lifts which I thought would get me back to sport. But these numbers are here for a guideline, and they're not worth anything if you're training through pain. If I would have focused on the way I was lifting rather than the weight, if I would have used the proper regressions to the level I was at, no matter what I thought people thought of me, then I would have gotten back to playing football way before I did. Now this was very, very hard for me, dealing with all these setbacks, all the years of pain. I had 5 years out of the sport that I love, but I'm so glad that I had this experience, because now I can help people like you avoid the pitfalls that I fell into, and hopefully getting you back playing sport pain-free in a much quicker and less draining way. It's so important that we minimize these setbacks, because if we don't, we can't get back to playing the sport we love, can't perform our best, we'll be trapped in this injury-ridden existence, which is no fun at all. And so the point of this video is not to avoid movement, but to increase your pain-free ability in these movements over time. And this is how you're going to break the cycle of repeated injuries. Now, with any kind of injury, getting out of pain and back to sport consists of 3 elements. The first is regressing, so doing the right movements but at a level that your body can handle pain-free. Still training really hard in these positions and making sure you're progressive overloading, but being completely honest with yourself about where you're at. The second is monitoring the pain. So we've got to monitor the pain not just during the exercises, but how they make your knee feel the day after. If there's fatigue, that's alright, but if it's painful, then you've done too much. The third one is increasing your ability. Now this is the one that most people focus on, getting stronger, but not in the right way. We're doing traditional rehab exercises that don't even target the knee. We're getting the form wrong as we're trying to push as much weight as possible. We're training through pain. So actually regressing honestly to a lower level of ability is actually the quickest route to getting more ability and getting out of pain. So here's what I want you to do. Regress your exercise to a level where there isn't any pain. If you're working on your knees, don't go straight into a full squat. Try an ATG split squat, raise that front foot up, use assistance, elevate the heel. If you're working on your low back, regress. Don't go straight into a Jefferson curl. Try elephant walks. If you're working on your shoulders, don't go straight into a behind the neck press. Try light dumbbells or even rotator cuff and trap free work. Second, monitor how your pain is during and after exercises. When doing the exercises, really think about what body part is injured. If it's the knee, think about whether the knee can handle the lift, not the muscles. If there's a 1 out of 5 on the pain scale or above, don't train through that pain. In some cases, it can be needed to train through a little bit of pain, but if you can find a way to train pain free, do it. And another thing is that discomfort and fatigue is normal. So you've got to be able to distinguish what is discomfort and what is pain. Some people think that their knee is in pain when really they're just training hard. So you've got to find the line between training hard and training painfully. And in the time and the days after the workout, think about how that area of the body feels. Is it painful or is it just achy? And the final thing I want you to do is progress ability over time. If we can do the amount of reps we set at a pain-free level, then we can start to progress. We can do this by changing the leverages of the lift, such as height, increasing the load of the lift by taking away assistance and adding weight, and then also perfecting the form. Do it more controlled. So once you have implemented these changes to your training, you'll be on the way to bulletproofing your body. Some of the likely issues you'll face is coming up against plateaus or facing further setbacks if you don't follow a solid strength and mobility program. And if you want me to help you create a custom return from injury program, hit the link below and book your free consultation call with me. I'll run through your current situation and I'll give you an idea how you can build back stronger and become a more bulletproof athlete.